Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we're back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. The Clippers are taking on the Suns, down 2-0. They need a win. Backs up against the wall, but this is where they thrive. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. We can't do it without you guys. Shout out to all the new people that are joining the channel each and every day. And also, shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for a big victory last night in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Trae Young, the man, went crazy. Clint Capella still played really well. John Collins, super well. Whole team as a collective played awesome. But Bucks, on the other hand, they have to look at Chris Middleton, who I've preached. He's the X factor for the Bucks. They could have Giannis and Drew Holiday play very well. But Chris Middleton had Hawks money line last night, and you can't do anything with that. He went 6 for 23, 0 for 9 from three-pointer. Is that bad? I'll tell you, it's not good. So we're moving on. Shout out to our newest COS All-Stars. Put them on the screen. Daryl and Johnny, our two newest All-Stars. If you want to be part of the elite group, the best group on YouTube, click the join button on the channel. We really appreciate it. But without further ado, like I said, today we have a special guest today to help us out with the picks. Allow me to reintroduce themselves. Boom! The Rally Cap is here, and man, oh man, do we need it. If you don't know the Rally Cap on the channel, it's a legend, and you can call me trash in the comments. You can fade all my bets, and I won't even be mad. But thanks for being part of the community regardless. Today, we've got the Rally Cap because we need it. I took a couple weeks off. I believe its last appearance was on June 3rd. It came out, had a 6-2 day that day. The time before that, I believe it was 5-1. So the Rally Cap, we need it. Maybe we'll be wearing it the rest of the season. But we are back with the Rally Cap. You can be sure to always do your own research. Be sure you're confident in what you're placing. Where are we starting with today? We're starting with Reggie Jackson. He's been an absolute cash cow. We're taking it over 22.5 points plus rebounds, minus 125 on MGM. You could take his points, but we're going to just shout out Ronak in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, link down below. But, man, Reggie has been absolutely killing it, especially since Kawhi Leonard has went down with injury. Over the past 4 games, he's hit this line over 22.5 points plus rebounds in all 4. He scored 19-plus points in all 4 of those games. So I don't mind taking his points either, but I'm just going to take points plus rebounds. He should be playing close to 40 minutes tonight. You've seen him play, I believe, 39 basically every single game the last 4, and this is a must-win game. The Clippers need this win. They can't go down 3-0. You look at Game 1 in this series, 24 points, 6 rebounds on 19 shots. Game 2, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 7 of 15 shooting. So Reggie, best part about him, he's going to take a lot of shots. He's attempted 15-plus shots in the last 4 games, coincidentally, when Kawhi Leonard went down with an injury. And last game was actually his worst shooting game in his last 8 games. He only shot 47% from the field. I know, terrible. He's actually was above 50% shooting for 7 straight games. He's been playing really well. He's been playing like a borderline all-star, better than Ben Simmons, better than all-star than him. Okay, sorry, that's not here nor there. Paul George can't carry this whole team by himself, and since they're likely going back to the Pat Beverley, Zubac lineup, they're not going to have as many ball handlers. Reggie Jackson will have the ball in his hands a lot of the night, and that's one less person taking, a couple people taking less shots away from Reggie. We're taking it, locking it in. Reggie Jackson over 22.5 points plus rebounds. Moving into the guy that should be returning today, Chris Paul, over 16.5 points, minus 122 on FanDuel. DFS Prop Bomb, if you haven't followed him on Twitter, go check him out. Also, check out our Twitter, at Calling Our Shot. Maybe I'll post some more bets on there if things come out over the day, like some odds boosts and stuff. So go check us out at Calling Our Shot. But the point guard, CP3, he should be back today. That's what all the signs are pointing to. He is probable for the game today, and that's great news for the Phoenix Suns. Although they are up 2-0, he is their vocal leader, and they're going to need him to win an NBA championship. So I'm happy to see him back, and he's back in his old arena where he played for the LA Clippers on the road this time. He suffered some brutal playoff losses there, and maybe that's an extra motivation for him. But Chris Paul, he's been unreal the playoffs so far, except for the games he was injured, which you can't really expect him to do too well when he's injured. He should be fully healthy today. He should see 35-plus minutes, as he's seen that in basically every single playoff game, besides the ones that he was injured with one shoulder. Chris Paul, when he has seen 35-plus minutes 25 times in his playoff career. He's hit this over in 18 of those 25 games, including 7 of his last 8. That's 72% for his whole career. He's going to abuse the pick and roll, and I think he's going to abuse it with Zubac. Zubac is going to become a liability, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him played off the court like Brook Lopez was last night. You've seen Chris Paul put Zubac on a highlight reel. If you don't believe me, just type in on YouTube, Google or YouTube search Zubac CP3. You'll see what he did. He went between his legs a couple times. The man is just, he's turned him around a couple times. He's put him on a highlight reel. And so I don't want to risk the embarrassment. So I'm taking CP3, taking his over 16.5 points. If you looked at it, the Clippers over the whole season, they allowed the most points per game to opposing point guards at almost 27 points per game. And we saw the other CP15 campaign absolutely torch absolutely torch him. And so I wouldn't mind Chris Paul's assists. Over it is at 8.5, which I believe Campaign hit in both games, if I'm not mistaken. And, Campaign last game, career high, 29 points. I expect CP3 to continue that, and I'm taking his over, 16.5 points. Moving on to my last play of the day, taking Patrick Beverley, and I'm taking his under, 7.5 points, -128. Beverley likely gets the start again today, and if he does it, even better for me, because that would be even better for our under, but it doesn't deter me from picking his under, even if he's going to play a lot of minutes. If you look at it, he's only hit this over in 2 playoff games so far, and he doesn't even get up that many shots. If you look at it, since he's actually been getting playing time, because obviously there are some games in there where he hardly saw any playing time at all. He's averaged 5.3 points per game over his past 7 games, and so he's out there to harass Devin Booker, who will be masked up tonight. So if you want to take Devin Booker masked up is over, I feel free. I love the bet. But it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he's just out there hacking Devin Booker. That's what he does. He's not necessarily out there to score the basketball. They're going to rely on Paul George, Reggie Jackson, maybe Marcus Morris, and people off the bench to score the basketball. He's out there to make an impact on the defensive end, and that's exactly what he will be doing. So I'm going to take the under here. Patrick Beverley, under 7.5 points, -128. And I'm locking it in. It's one of my favorite plays of the day, and that's why we're announcing him, and that's why we got the rally cap on to lead us to victory. Now, if you're talking about a spread pick or some other bets that I considered, like I said, I was going to do this. I don't blame you if you want to take DeAndre Ayton, take his overs. I don't blame you at all. His lines really haven't changed. I think his PRA line is still 26.5, 27.5. He's been an absolute stud. So don't blame me if you want to take that, ride the hot hand. He's been absolutely great. Zubac, I considered his overs, but like I said, I could see him being played off the court. I mean, Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins, not much better. DeMarcus Cousins is out there to get fouls. That man, who knows? He pushed Devin Booker after the game. I don't know what the heck that was. He's just out there to hack people. You look at his points or fouls per minute. Man's insane. It's insanely efficient. But I'm not. And then for my spread pick, I'm gonna go Suns. I'm not gonna put any money on it. Suns -1.5 is likely my pick for the game. I feel like a lot of people are gonna pick the Clippers just because it's like they can't go down 0-3. They're going to get a win today, and that's why the Suns will probably win, because that's what the NBA does. They do have Chris Paul back, their vocal leader, and the Clippers are just outmatched in this series, in my opinion, but they'll probably win 2 straight, probably win the series now that I said that, so maybe I'll say the Clippers are really good and they're winning the series. Either way, those are my 3 favorite bets of the day. Let me recap them real quick. We're talking about Reggie Jackson over 22.5 points plus rebounds. You can take his over in points if you really want to. Then we got Chris Paul over 16.5 points. The return of CP3, the point guard. And then Patrick Beverley under 7.5 points, -128. My 3 favorite bets of the day. Shout out to the Rally Cat for returning. Shout out to all our new COS All-Stars out there. We really appreciate it. Can we hit 6,900? Nice. Subscribers today, who says no? We really appreciate all you guys' support. This has been Austin, and I will catch you guys again tomorrow for we got another game 2 of the Bucks versus Hawks series, and that's going to be a doozy. Bucks need that win, or else they're going to get clowned on social media like they probably are today. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Go check out Logan's video. The man is on an absolute heater. He's been on a tear in the MLB, so shout out to him. He's carrying the channel. Won't even deny that. He's been on an absolute heater, so go check him out. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace.